But we are live.
We are.
Welcome to the Worst Golf Podcast. Everybody wants to be the best. We strive to be the worst. When a bad take is necessary, we're going to be here to share it with you. I'm your host, JB. With me is Morgan. We have a lot of bad takes this week, but we have some good ones too.
Oops, I pushed that button really fast.
We have a lot to cover this week
Yeah.
and not a lot of time to do it, but we're just going to let it play out. We're not in a rush. We're going to go through the whole show. Some are waiting for a special announcement for a golden ticket.
They are.
I think they should know the drill by now. We're going to make them wait a little bit.
Exactly.
You got to hear a bunch of nonsense before you get to it. And I see already people in the comments talking about my shirt. I'll get to that in a second. But the golden ticket's coming. They can win basically an invite to any THP event they want with the exclusion of the Granddaddy and Shaft Up.
Correct.
And they don't have to make a decision right when they get it.
No.
We're going to announce that person before the end of this show.
I know. I'm excited for them.
Yeah. Recently wrapped up the Strixon experience, and I'm going to get to the experience in a second, but we got a couple of gifts for some people that were there that are awesome. First, I'll screw this up badly. Right there is a glass mug that's got the name of the event on there and everything. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And then they also got this for Morgan.
So cool.
Which is a THP football helmet signed by all the participants there. They got one of these for you, one for Adam Rank from NFL Network, and one for Noel from Strixon.
It's awesome. It's so cool. I love
that'll
it.
end up on the shelf back here as well.
Definitely.
We're going to have a little rearranging session, and we're going to debut a new studio, possibly for the next show.
Yes.
It needs work.
Yeah. We're actually really, I'm not excited about the work part of it, but I'm excited about the changing it up.
Yeah. So we're pretty excited about that. It also has a special theme for the show. If those saw the artwork, you noticed there was a football field with our logo there. So want to give a special shout out to Slow-Mo, not Shlomo, but Slow-Mo from the Strixon event. He's the one who kind of helped get all these done, and they just turned out awesome.
Yeah.
So
it's so cool.
It's
Seriously,
so
I
cool.
love it.
Thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts. It'll be on display. People are noticing this god awful t-shirt.
Shirt is horrible. So bad.
This was a gift from a THPer, PP4 with a bunch of numbers.
I mean, thank you for the gift.
Yeah, no,
it's terrible though.
I was asked if I was going to wear it on the show, and I said it would be harder to light on fire while wearing it. And then Morgan told me I wasn't allowed to light it on fire in the studio because I might burn the whole thing down.
He said it'll be a controlled fire.
Yeah, I mean, I take golf clubs off in the studio next to us.
Yeah,
so
but not flammable material.
I mean, I would argue that's probably not true. But this t-shirt truly is awful.
It's terrible.
But I am wearing it in spirit for my granddaddy brethren. And he was nice enough to get it, so I was nice enough to put it on.
Yeah.
There were probably odds that this one will not be worn again. And I hate that because he spent money on it.
I mean, maybe you'll just like lounge around the house.
No.
You could wear it on the road, so I don't have to look
this
at it.
Should not be. This should not be ever in type.
No, it shouldn't.
It shouldn't be a thing.
Moving on.
But that's the t-shirt for this week. We just wrapped up the Strixon experience, like I said, and that was a pretty cool event down at Briggs Ranch. We had a bunch of THPers out there. We had Adam Rank from NFL Network out there. Noel was supposed to join us and couldn't, so we had Danny Lee from US Team EMEA, who is a product in a lot of Strixon clubs and knows the brand well and plays the equipment, come down and kind of fill in for her. And it was cool because it was a very different event than we've done in the past. A lot of them are competition based. A lot of them are, build up, work on your game, get better, do all this. This was the exact opposite of that.
Yeah.
This was about every participant got a full bag of Strixon equipment, including the bag, including the balls.
It was awesome.
They even got, while there, they didn't know about this going in, but they even got pre-release golf balls that won't come out for a while and a pre-release wedge to test out. So when they do go live, they'll have feedback for everybody. That was kind of a nice surprise. And
a nice little touch by
Noel and Strixon. It was really cool. They were Cleveland wedges, obviously.
Yeah, that's why I kind of paused for a second. So I was like, I don't know if I should say Strixon, but
still no T in Strixon for those following along at home.
I didn't use it with the T.
No, you didn't, but too many people do. It's not Strixon or Strixon. It's Strixon. Yeah. But it was a lot of fun, and
it looked like it.
It was a blast. And there was a moment in time, and we've shared the video on the forum. If you haven't seen it, you have to go find it, where right after dinner, everybody was really tired from a long day of golf, and Adam Rank was not tired, and he wanted to go play golf. So he started, which wasn't recorded, with his Norm Macdonald impersonation, which is spot on.
He's so good at it.
Spot on if you haven't heard it. But then he went on this little 30-second speech of, we're going to do 30 minutes of ball hitting, and nobody comes to an event and wants the memory of, oh, I went to bed early. So everybody was out there. They were having fun. I wasn't. I went to bed early. Actually, I didn't. I was editing a podcast, actually. But it was just a very different thing than we've done in the past. And kudos to Strixon for being a part of it. We're excited that it's coming back again next year. And it'll be different next year, but just a lot of fun overall.
Mm-hmm.
Switching gears, we announced earlier this week that the show's now on Spotify.
Yes.
We got a lot of requests for it, and we know that people want to use the same platform they use. You know,
absolutely.
We're on Google and 29 other platforms for podcasts, and Apple Podcasts, and of course on the website, forum, YouTube, Facebook, things like that. But if you're a Spotify guy or girl and you want to get the podcast, person. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now's your chance. You can subscribe, follow. I think it's called follow on Spotify.
I don't
and
know.
They will pop up in your feed, including this show right after the show, because we're live, obviously. Yes. So welcome to the Spotify listeners. One more kind of housekeeping.
I don't know where you're going with this.
Thing is, we're still looking for a Morgan Cup captain.
Keeping?
Yeah, I think housekeeping.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
And I don't know exactly. I haven't picked anybody.
No, just real quick. I just pulled the U and hit the microphone.
Yeah, I noticed.
Oh, sorry. Jeez.
We can only say it so many times.
Yeah.
Got to be active on the THP forum.
Super
and
important.
You've got to be talking about golf and equipment and things like that.
Yeah, I would not qualify.
No, you would not.
No.
Nor do you play golf. So,
no. Putt.
But yeah, so we're looking, and I can say now that person will be named hopefully before the end of the year.
Okay.
So
I mean, that's soon.
We're in the middle of post drive.
Yeah.
And they have a chance to be a part of it.
We'll touch on that later.
What's that?
The post drive.
Oh yeah, definitely. God, we have a lot to discuss. But
I know.
Beforehand, I got a lot of hate on my cell phone case.
Rightfully so. It's weird.
No, it's not weird. It's
so
amazing.
weird. No, it's weird.
Just stop.
No, it's weird.
If you drop your phone, it's on a corner or on the camera. This guards both of them.
Mm-hmm.
But you also don't have to feel like your phone is in a giant condom.
I like my little squishy condom then, because I prefer it.
No. It fits in the hand better, fits everything better. No. Watching people freak out like you can tell the ones truly freaking out are the ones that wear it clipped to their belt, like your father. And
I think he does still do
probably.
that. I'm pretty sure.
And they're also the same person who's talking on speakerphone because they can't figure it out.
Those people,
those should be shot.
They're gonna burn in hell. They're terrible people.
But the thing is, people are like, oh, you're gonna crack the screen. You can have a screen protector on it just like you could any other case.
Yeah, no, I know. It's just
the only thing that's weird. Different is this side and this side.
Yeah, I know.
And the back. That's it.
It just looks incomplete.
If you mean incomplete, looks awesome.
You know what it is? That's like a bikini.
Yeah, that's what somebody said. It covers the important stuff.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's like a bikini case. That's weird.
Yeah, it covers the important stuff.
I guess.
But admit it, you guys all kind of want this, even though probably not this color. I've ordered red and I got burgundy.
Eggplant.
No, we don't use that word in this house.
Eggplant.
No.
That's the color.
No, it's
not.
That's
the best.
It's not. Just stop it. Just stop it.
It's purple.
You're embarrassing
like
yourself.
Eggplant.
We have an event coming up next year that we've been doing the budget championship for how long?
Time.
6 years now?
Don't ask me numbers, but a long time.
Let's just go with 6 years.
Yeah,
it's probably only 3 or 4.
Sure.
But let's just say 6.
Sounds great.
And we announced it was coming back,
yes.
and we can kind of give everybody most of the details now. Now, the full details will be out on the Hackers Paradise, most likely end of this week, could be early next week. We know it's the holidays
yeah, exactly.
and things like that. So we want to keep everybody I don't want to say waiting, but when there's a larger audience. But first off, the biggest thing is it's not called the Budget Championship anymore.
No.
It is called the Worldwide Golf Championship. Why the change? Well, pretty easy.
Yeah.
Budget is part of the Worldwide Golf family. They have been for a little bit. They were kind of kept as a separate entity in my mind for a while. I'm not going to discuss their business dealings. That's for them to share. But what it means by going to this is bigger, better, more support, grander, grander,
I
more
think you
grand.
can go either way on
Okay,
that
we'll
one.
say grander, grander experience than ever before.
Now, for those who don't know
Worldwide Golf.
yes.
That was my next step.
Mm-hmm.
Worldwide Golf is one of the largest golf retail brands in the United States. They operate Roger Dunn out west, Vans, Edwin Watts, others, including Budget, Cool Clubs as a fitter, many others. I don't know which ones I'm allowed to say because there's some more that are coming that
Right.
haven't been announced yet, but they are huge. And they also have amazing retail stores, many of them. So when we were working with them, we decided we wanted to do this as Worldwide Golf Championship because it's the Worldwide Golf Championship.
Right.
And it'll still be what it's been, which is 2-man teams. We're doing it at Briggs Ranch. We are doing it. I know I wrote the date down here, April 18th through the 20th.
Mm-hmm.
But we're also going to have 2 people from Budget Golf there. So for those that have been following the event or been in the event in the past, Scott Fox will still be there, along with Steve, who people have met through our events with them in the past. And then also 2 people from Worldwide Golf will be there competing and enjoying the fun. And we're going to kind of talk there about the transition, about everything. It's hard to put into words how excited I am for this event to come to be. It's been a long time coming and a lot of work went into this one.
Yes, definitely.
Probably more than any others we do.
A lot of calls.
Yeah. But when you're working with a group of people and they are super excited, it's
so
very
passionate.
easy for it to be contagious and for me to get super excited. And that's kind of where we are. Signups for that are actually going to be relatively soon because it's an April event. We want people to be able to get travel. San Antonio is not a tiny city or airport to get to, so it's a little easier than some of the others. But the Worldwide Golf Championship is coming. We are going to be looking for 10 THPers to join Worldwide Budget, and then my team, and then of course I should say 8 because we have 2 THPers in it.
Right.
They are not on the same team though.
No.
They are separated.
They ruined that.
Yes, they ruined that. So we're going to be looking for 8 more THPers to join us in this, and the swag is off the charts. The prize is off the charts.
Yeah,
like it's
amazing.
It's pretty nuts. So if you're interested in having some fun, skill levels, of course, don't matter.
Nope.
It's a handicapped event. We're all about fun.
It does matter. Pace of play.
Just no, not to our group. It doesn't.
It does. I'm saying it does.
It really doesn't.
I'm making it.
But that's the Worldwide Golf Championship, and we could not be more excited about this coming. It's going to be one of the flagship things we do next year that people are going to be talking about for the entire year.
For sure.
Why don't we shift gears because it's time for football talk with Morgan.
Okay, I feel like there should be some sort of a
we need a jingle for that.
Yeah, maybe we have to work on that when we do our redo.
The fantasy team won this last week. I remember that.
I know I did. See, it doesn't matter that I'm in last place. I'm not a quitter. I don't give up. So
you've been in the playoffs pretty much every year we've been doing.
No,
this.
I have been in the playoffs every year.
No, 1 year not, but that's okay.
Sorry,
but
I've never had a losing record.
Yeah, the injuries got you quick.
So bad.
But
Mike G, I'm talking to you. I'm still open to that trade.
Justin Jefferson coming back this week?
Maybe.
But since we're not just talking fantasy football with you, give me your synopsis of the Buffalo Bills right now.
They are a hot mess. It is bad. I don't understand with all that talent how they can be that bad, but it's just a mess. And James Cook, fumbling, and I don't know. I expected him to be a lot better, but his brother's kind of a punk, so.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if
they have multiple guys where brothers are punks. I mean, Stephon Diggs too.
Oh yeah, that's all weird too.
Yeah,
with his brother doing that.
Would you rather be Buffalo right now and not reaching the goals so far? I still say they're going to be fine.
I'm sure they're going to be fine.
Or would you rather be the Cleveland Browns right now that are paying Deshaun Watson approximately $7 billion a game?
No, I'd rather still be Buffalo.
Yeah.
Part of Buffalo's problem is their defense.
Oh, and Josh Allen's not as good as everybody thinks.
Well, no, he's not. But they lost their entire defense. So it's definitely making things a little bit more complicated for them. But it's just, I don't know. You just don't You don't
Yeah.
expect that from them. But no, I would not want to be the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Plus, their colors are ugly.
Orange and brown.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
really ugly.
Yeah.
Just
It's what happens with a dog after they eat the wrong thing.
like when
Maybe that's what they mean by dog pound.
maybe. I mean, I like dogs, but I don't know.
We're talking football. It's probably right that we should let people in on the teaser we've been going with. Now, let me
Yes.
explain the backstory of this teaser.
Okay.
I didn't play with Adam Rank in the final round. So I had asked Ryan Hawk, who I think is in the chat, to shoot a quick video with Adam summing up his first ever THP event and experience with Srixon. Adam decided to shoot one talking about how awesome this would be if we did something around with his passion with fantasy football.
Mhm.
And that led to, we could probably do this. And
Yeah, you messaged me.
I said, Adam's pretty into this. Should we do it? And your response is, well, who's going to pay for that?
Well, yeah, that's usually my response to things.
Turns out it's us, but that's okay. But we are going to do it.
I think so.
Well, we're going to do the THP Fantasy Football Experience next year.
Yes.
Now, the first thing I want to say for fantasy football fans on our forum, it's a golf forum. We know that.
Yes.
But we've done fantasy football. Those leagues will not go away.
No.
We're still going to have
absolutely not.
those leagues. We're still going to
Does
have.
that mean I have to be in 2 leagues?
Yes, you're going to have to be in 2 leagues.
Oh no.
We're still going to have, our 14-team leagues on THP, on the forum.
Yes.
For everybody else. But we're
Yes.
also going to do an experience in-person draft.
Mhm. Listen, live draft.
Live draft.
Never done that before.
And we thought we got to incorporate golf into it, right?
Right.
So draft order will be decided with something golf related.
Yes. Now I'm going to say this right now, unless it's
Because
putting.
I'm not going to be in the draft, but I have to play golf because it's at a dormy property.
Right.
You will be drafting.
Yes, I will draft. It'll be my team. However, unless it's putting, if it's anything but putting, I reserve the right to have Josh be the person to play whatever golf thing for me because I don't play golf.
Yeah, that's fine.
So.
And you just tell me where you want to pick, and I will slot that ball in
I
accordingly.
like the middle.
Okay. If you said first, I can maybe make something happen. If you said last,
good.
I can definitely
You're
middle.
Good. I don't want first pick. I don't want second pick. Give me something in the middle. We're good.
So yeah, we're gonna do this.
Yeah, I've never done a live draft. Oh, and I've never done a draft with 12 teams, so I'm gonna destroy everybody.
So the best part of this is Adam kind of created this. Rank created this on his own, and he's like, could we do it? And we're like, yeah, I think so. And we started talking about it, and he's all in.
He's super excited about it.
Assuming schedules align, and we believe they will, based on the dates we've been talking about back and forth, and we'll have all that coming up soon.
Yeah.
He will be there. There's a possibility someone else that he works with will be there too.
Maybe.
That's not definite yet, so I can't say that stuff. But this will be based on Adam Rank's discretion of how he wants to do it. Obviously, it would be the NFL software because that's the people thing are going to ask.
Yes.
We're not going to use some other form. It'll be his.
No.
But the rules will be very similar to what we do on the THP forum.
Yeah, he's a half PPR guy anyway.
Yeah,
he thinks it's better, which is good because that's what we do.
Yeah, if you are a fantasy football person, we're adding an experience to the list that is going to be flat out bonkers. And if you have not watched his videos from the Srixon one, we cannot urge you enough, or just jump into that thread and hear from the people who were there about what he's like to be around. It was an absolute blast.
Yeah.
He's a golfer at heart.
100%.
Just loves it. We'll sit and have drinks with you. We'll stay out late and go chipping as he mandated. 30 minutes of ball hitting, as he said. And yeah, so we're going to do that. I saw somebody say someone check on Fufflemaster.
Yeah, I saw that.
He doesn't listen as much anymore. So hopefully he'll be able to get the news when we post it on the forum.
That's a good one. Someone said if you're slow, you get a bad draft pick.
Yeah, that would be good. Pace of play. You guys would all be picking after. Morgan would be picking first.
Yes.
And then everybody else would pick in the second round.
And I don't want the first pick. I've never wanted the first pick. Too much pressure.
But yeah, this is going to be absolutely amazing in every way. We have to limit it to 12. People ask, can we do more?
Yeah, we have no.
We're eating the costs on this entire thing.
Yeah.
And we're happy to do so. It's going to be absolutely a blast. We're doing it for the community and everything else.
And I'm technically an extra mouth to feed there too.
Yeah, but I do want to say one thing. There will be an entry to get in. Not gambling as far as the fantasy football goes, but just like all our other THP events, there will be a cost of entry. You're basically paying for the golf rounds. That's about it.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
So hopefully let us know in the comments
Yeah.
if you guys are excited about that, if you think it's cool, if it's
I'm
something
super
you're
excited
interested in.
and nervous.
I have a feeling
Really
it's going to be tough to get into, but we're pretty excited. I should also tell people it's going to be, if we do it, it's going to be a Bally Hack.
Oh yeah, it'll be a
Yeah.
Bally Hack, and it'll be. Did we say the dates?
No, the dates
Sometime in
right now look like
August.
it's going to be August 8th through the 10th.
Yeah, something around that time, right around.
We're working
preseason.
on flights with Adam and his travel in and out of training camp.
Yeah.
And that will be at the beginning of training camp. And we know our drafts on the forum usually are right before the season starts. This is right before. And I was talking to Adam about that, and he said something funny. He said, doesn't matter if your guy goes down in training camp or the first week of the draft.
Yeah, it was a good point.
Yeah. So we're excited. It's going to be something truly, truly awesome.
Yeah,
and this is your first time ever going to a Dormy property.
Correct.
And your first time at an event in how many years? 4?
Well,
you went to the Morgan Cup at Hague Point. I think that was the last one.
Technically, I was at some events when we were in Nashville.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So,
rivalry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jumping back into THPer questions because I got way off on a tangent.
Yeah, sorry.
But I can't help it. We're excited about
I know.
it. Football, sports are a passion of ours.
Yes.
Rank the Dormy networks. Which ones are best for competitive and pace?
Mm-hmm.
That's really hard. It was a good question. It came on the THP forum, I believe, by Scooby. It might not have been, but I believe it was. We just went through this thing, Danny Lee and I, because he's been to all of them also, and US Team EMEA as a corporate member. And we talked about the abilities of a course to host an event where the golf is playable for all skill levels. If we're looking strictly at that, I would probably put Hidden Creek as number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Briggs Ranch would be close. If you're looking at it the way I do, which is course, food, service, everything else, Briggs Ranch falls further back to the bottom, which is crazy because it's still amazing.
Mm-hmm.
People loved it. It's visually, it's not as pretty to me. I would probably go Arbor Links first. But for pure playability, pace of play, and competitiveness, Hidden Creek and Briggs are hard to get over because they have wide fairways.
Mm-hmm.
You can hit it longer. Pace of play shouldn't really be an issue, that kind of thing. So
like a couple people said Victoria National would definitely be like the very bottom.
No, I actually think Ballyhack would be.
Really?
Yeah. And the only reason being is the lost ball factor at Ballyhack is higher than every other place.
Really?
So,
more so than Victoria National?
Victoria National, the first time I played it, without a doubt, was the hardest I had seen because you missed the fairway by a yard. It was gone. Mm-hmm. This time we played it after the Corn Ferry Championship, and the rough had been cut down quite a bit. Mm-hmm. Still really hard, and they would be like 1A and 1B. But Ballyhack, when you miss the fairway on a number of holes and still hit the fairway, but miss the wrong side of the fairway, your ball's gone. Like you need a 4 caddy to find it. So while I don't think Ballyhack's anywhere near as hard as Victoria National, the pace of play factor from ball searching would be astronomically higher.
Got it.
And Ballyhack, with just the elevation changes constantly, also changes the pace of play. Mm-hmm. So that part plays into it as well. That's the only reason it's knocked down. To me, for the level of service and everything, Ballyhack's still probably top 2 or 3. Mm-hmm. I just love it there. And you'll get to see it and see goats.
I know. If anyone's wondering where I am, I'll be with the goats.
Yeah. Next THPer questions. Has any event we've ever hosted been canceled due to weather?
We talked about this for a while too.
Yeah. No. We had to postpone Rivalry a few years ago. Should have postponed it forever, but we had to postpone Rivalry.
That Asian food was delicious.
It was because Nashville had a huge snow front coming in. Mm-hmm. So, but we ended up playing that one. We've had a couple where we had some rain out rounds. Mm-hmm. It's rare, but we have. And we've had a couple where the course becomes tougher. Like we did a Morgan Cup at Hammock Beach years ago, and they got hit with a huge thunderstorm, and there were puddles on the greens.
Yeah. And then we talked about there was one time way back where we actually had to change courses last minute.
Las Vegas.
Because the course had become flooded because it wasn't used to getting that kind of weather, and it was completely unplayable.
Yeah, that was Paiute.
Oh,
and we ended up moving it to TPC Las Vegas.
Yeah, which ended up being a place we went to quite frequently.
There was one other time years ago. This is when we first started doing events with companies. Mm-hmm. We had a Cleveland one. The person from Cleveland, a gentleman by the name of Eli Miller, Remember him?
Yeah.
Member of our tribe. He came out to Indianapolis. We held it there. It was just like it was called like short game something. I can't remember. But we ended up playing very little golf and just doing a lot of wedge testing because the rain was so bad.
I actually don't remember the weather part of it, but
Yeah.
I remember the event.
At the Dormy properties, when it rains, we just say the course is so good, you're going to want to make sure you have rain gear when you come. You know,
Because you're going to keep playing.
You're going to keep playing. It's too good not to. Keeping going with the stuff, we have so much to cover. We got a question about the USGA conforming list, and I don't know the best way to answer this other than to say companies submit products to the USGA for approval. And when they are approved, they go on the conforming list. That conforming list, for some reason or another, is made public.
It's the dumbest thing.
It could be password protected for retailers or other OEMs, but it's not. And because of that, the images come out. Now, that's fine. People can post them on our site. We've posted them on our site. That they're there. That means they're going to hit
Right, their game at that point.
Yeah. The problem with it is it changes how the message has to be delivered when the product actually does release. And I've talked about this in the past. If you are, I can't blame anybody. It's not a golfer's job to worry about an embargo date.
No.
It's also not our job to worry about embargo date. We happen to honor them, but it's up to the company to keep their embargo date. What I say with that is when a product gets released to tour or leaked early and you're like, okay, it's coming. This is coming. I didn't know this was coming, but it's coming now. All the momentum for the previous product that's currently in market stops.
Yeah.
And that impacts a lot of people.
A lot. Way more than people realize.
Yeah. Again, not up to the golfer. The golfer can do with it what they please. Where I struggle with it the most is with that comes a messaging out of internet pound your chest syndrome, I guess. That's always wrong. It's always wrong. First of all, the black and white pictures only, they're grainy. You could see the way here. It's always wrong. And it's not my job to correct that. I'm not going to speak to pre-release gear. I'll share it when it hits conforming list, but I'm not going to speak to it. It's a tough thing for a company that puts so much time, money, and effort into the launch to see it happen that way.
I know. I agree.
But again, not up to the golfer. It's not their job. Listen, when a new car is coming, I might want to see it. It's just a tough system.
Yeah.
And it could be solved a lot of ways with the conforming list. Now, it doesn't mean it's not going to get played out on tour, in which case that's fine. It gets leaked. It gets leaked. But when it comes to the conforming list, there's a better way to do this.
I agree.
It's antiquated. Last THPer question I'll get to this week. Really good question. What do you get fit for first, a ball or a club?
That is a good question.
Most people would say golf club, and then you can adjust your ball to fit that. The difference being, I'm the exact opposite.
I'm shocked by that.
I know, and I'm right. So that's the other side of it, because I know you're shocked by that too.
Yeah, very much so.
Here's why I say that. First of all, if you're getting fit at a range, there's nothing wrong with that. But you're not going to, in most cases, you're not going to be able to use the ball of your choice.
Right.
Now, the flip side of that is if you're getting fit indoors, you are able to use the ball of your choice, but you don't get any downrange aerodynamic aspects of the ball.
Makes sense.
The way that works. But I go back to videos we shot with Canadan in our studio and with industry experts over the years. If you're, I challenge every THPer next time they're at a launch monitor to grab an 8-iron and grab the two extremes. Let's say the two extremes for Titleist are Pro V1X, AVX. Both urethane covered balls, both tour level balls. One is super soft at the core level, one is very firm. And hit an 8-iron with both of them. And you will see somewhere between 500 and 1,000 RPMs of difference. Maybe even more. Dan was like 1,200 RPMs of difference. I'm about 900 RPMs difference there with an iron. I'm also about 650 RPMs different in spin. Don't even get me into launch and speed and all those things on a driver with those two balls. So now let's say the ball is going to change 650 RPMs of difference. What happens to the driver fitting? If I go to get a driver fitting and they get me all set for data and everything else, I'm hitting my launch windows, launch angle's great, peak height's good, speed is good, everything about it is good. and then I change balls and 650 RPMs of spin difference. The launch angle changes and the speed changes. Everything is out the window. You'd be fit into something completely different.
That's kind of crazy.
So I always say ball first, work the other way. Most people will disagree with me, I'm sure. That's okay. I'm right. They're,
Actually, a lot of people on here are saying ball first.
So just keep that in mind, that for everybody who says the ball is the same, it's not. If it was, everybody would make one ball. There's no reason to make a bunch of them at the same price range. It costs companies more money to have more packaging and everything else. If they could make just one ball,
True.
make one ball. TaylorMade tried that a few years ago. God, it's like a decade now with Penta. Didn't go all that well. So that's my thought process on it. Right now, if you follow THP Golf on Instagram, we are giving away a Bag Boy Nitron limited edition red, white, and blue camo. It's awesome. It is awesome. That's our push card of the year. No question about it. It's the best we've come across. So jump on that. If you're not following THP Golf on Instagram, F off. I don't really care. No, I'm just kidding. Follow us.
Please follow us.
Yeah. It's under
Great
THP Golf.
all the
And the reason
time.
it's under THP Golf, twofold. Number one, the Hacker's Paradise doesn't fit. And number two, putting hackers in your social media handles is a horrible idea.
Yeah.
Hell, putting it in your name isn't great for it either, but I have to tell people who we are.
Yeah.
The Granddaddy's only a few weeks away.
I know.
My travel got booked yesterday.
I know.
I immediately upgraded my flights.
I knew you were going to, but your anxiety's gone now.
Yeah. So first off, we're going to have a contest coming up shortly for the Granddaddy. Pick Team THP, pick Team Callaway. I can tell you who the heavy favorites will be.
I can't imagine who that's going to be.
But we have a secret weapon.
Mm-hmm. You do.
We don't.
No.
Oh. We just have a good team. It's a good group of guys, generally speaking. There's always the ones you're like, okay, if we're sharing a room with them, I'm going to sleep with one eye open because they're probably going to try to wear my skin as a jacket. But
that sounds disturbing.
It is disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
It could be me for all, they probably think I'm the weirdo. Little do they know.
Or is that the truth?
Let's just say in the group chat, they know there's a weirdo amongst us.
Okay.
Could be me. Could be one of them. There's definitely one strange. That's okay. Listen, if everybody were the same, it wouldn't be a very interesting place.
Very boring.
But just saw somebody in the comment, right? Who has tasted humans.
No, I saw matching Yin's shirts of the secret weapon. Yin's for the wins.
No.
That's funny.
No.
It's funny though.
I
hate the word, but it's funny.
Yeah, but you can't have championship and mediocrity as a city mean the same thing. I'm
not putting down a whole city. I know nothing about it. I heard it's actually quite beautiful.
It's not.
It's hilly.
It is hilly.
Which I didn't know.
But it's coming up. So we'll have a contest, pick Team THP, pick Team Callaway, and it's going to be a live thread you will never want to miss. Now, the reason I'm bringing that up is not because I played well the last event, like really well.
Mm-hmm.
That's not why I'm bringing it up. The reason I'm bringing it up is if you don't see me again, I was killed by the weirdo. But no, it's just to give a shout out to the captain, M. Maynard, who you guys picked. We didn't pick. You guys picked correctly. He's done a great job. And ASCAP much more. Chris. They have their work cut out for them.
Yeah, they've been busting their butts, and we very much appreciate it.
When you hear the term cat herder,
mm-hmm.
and you're like, oh God, that's gotta be rough. Like, think hamster. Like, it's not even
spinning the wheel.
Cats would be way up here to wrangle together. This is at a whole different level. Someone can ask a question in their granddaddy chat about what color pants to wear, and the next thing you know, they're talking about God knows what. Like, there's no rhyme or reason to any of it.
It's because you have too many people, too many voices.
Yes.
I mean, it's not that it's too many people in the event.
I actually just went in there and said, just make a decision. Just tell people what they're supposed to do, because every time you ask, nothing gets done.
If you're trying to make decisions with a large group, you can't do it. You have to nominate one person, and that person
can be the asshole if they can deal
with
it.
Exactly.
Like,
but
that's
they
just what it is.
take everybody's thoughts, and then they make the final decision, and that's it. Because otherwise, you're never going to get
So
there.
I'm calling it now.
Mm-hmm.
If THP, wow, that's easy for me to say.
Seriously.
So let's rewind that. If Team THP wins the Granddaddy, M. Maynard gets a new screen name.
He does?
Gerbil Wrangler.
Gerbil Wrangler?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't think that's appropriate.
No, it's appropriate.
I don't think
Hamster
so.
Wrangler, is that better?
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like the word gerbil has
we'll go with Hamster Wrangler.
Yeah.
But that's what it is.
Okay.
So guys, you are not going to want to miss that thread.
No.
It's like no other we do. It moves so fast. I'm assuming these guys will learn how to post on the forum by then. Most
yes,
have.
attach and insert.
Yes.
Insert your image.
They know how to post in the forum. They just don't know how to post
I
in
know.
golf.
So when you post from your phone, there's a little button that says insert, and then it'll say thumbnail or full image. Full image. The end. It's that easy. My stomach's growling.
Somebody said cat herder might be better in the comments. Yeah, but it doesn't describe it. That's way too easy for what's going on in this.
Yeah.
Way too easy.
Chickens? Like,
No.
chickens are fast.
No. It's Matt's a gerbil wrangler.
No, gerbil. No, we're not using that
That's what we're
word.
going
No, chinchilla.
I know a lot of people are waiting for the granddaddy,
Yeah,
the golden ticket announcement. We still have a lot more to go in the show, but I'm
We
going to go ahead
do.
and do that. Don't you think?
I think so.
Okay. So we did a contest.
Mm-hmm.
Sign up for the Albatross Club.
Mm-hmm.
Supports an amazing charity. And then if you sign up other people,
Yeah,
you get a better
pay it
chance.
forward. Exactly.
I don't know if this person paid it forward. We did a generator. But join me in congratulating, where's the name?
A mark above.
A mark above.
Oh,
A mark
in.
above.
Yes.
You just won the golden ticket.
Yeah, congratulations.
You are headed to anywhere you want to go. Like, how crazy is that?
I know.
You think, I don't know if he's watching or
I don't know
listening,
if he is
but
either.
if he's not, he's going to go on the forum and have a whole lot of those things, those notifications.
The notifications, yeah, his messages are about to blow up.
If you are, congratulations. You do not have to make a decision now. Don't let people pressure you. They're all going to say, like, go to this event, go to this event. You should choose your own based on the brand you like, the location, and what works for your schedule. Fuck those people.
Don't let peer pressure.
Yeah. Choose what you want to choose based on the brand you like to support or want in your bag or want to learn more about or anything else.
Exactly. And if you have questions, let us know.
Yeah. But congratulations, mark above. At least it's somebody who, like, we can figure out their
you actually
forum
know
name.
their forum name instead of being like, yeah.
Speaking of that,
yes.
I have a funny story. Speaking of the granddaddy,
okay,
we had a guy on the granddaddy, and I love him to death. He's one of the good ones.
Who now? Like,
yeah,
okay.
Who sent in his information for travel and spelled his own name wrong and got his date of birth wrong.
Yeah, that wasn't the best.
There's so many questions, but I'm going to wait till he and I are sitting there sharing a beer.
Yeah.
He's saying the word wicked a lot because he's from the Northeast. And I'm just going to have to ask, like, how does that happen?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it a fat finger and you didn't read it over? Like, what happens?
Twice?
Yeah, twice. Name wrong, date of birth wrong.
Yeah, like those are two really important things.
Yeah. That's called not getting on the plane.
Yeah, like if I had asked for like your driver's license number or something, like I get that, but name and birthday?
Yeah, that one's tough.
Yeah.
For those that like free things and also like Thanksgiving, next week we are going to drop our annual Thanksgiving
it's the best contest we do all year.
Picture feast contest. It is the best contest, but we're upping it this year with a better prize.
Okay.
Years past has been like kind of a cool prize pack, things like that. No, there will be equipment involved in this one. Probably the equipment of their choice. We'll work with them to figure out what they want. I
actually just posted a picture on the forum of my Bible, my Thanksgiving Bible, because I go old school with the actual like printed out where I've handwritten everything.
Yeah. So the way it works for those that are new, we start a thread on the THP forum.
Yes.
On the day you celebrate Thanksgiving, I know those people north of us.
They already celebrated.
Like Canada, and they're I know they hopefully they snapped a picture, but those people are weird.
They're not weird.
You snap a picture.
I'm sorry in advance.
Yeah,
like all the time.
I'll offend everybody over time. Over the course of the tenure of this show, everybody will be offended. I promise.
Please don't make me guilty by association.
Yeah, you're guilty. You chose this. They did. Let's remember that.
I was really young.
Yeah. Oh, let's not say it like that, Wander Franco.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I was like 24.
No, stop. But you take a picture of the food. Whether it's being prepared, whether it's on the table, take as many pictures as you want.
Exactly. You can go back and look at some of the old threads.
Yeah.
If you do like a search for like Thanksgiving feast, you'll see them and you can see it's like during prep, during, at the whole stage. And it can be days before because like I start cooking a day or two before.
And fill that thing.
Yeah.
And we will randomly pick somebody who posts a picture, give them some fun equipment. We got good equipment to give away this year.
Don't look at the thread if you're hungry.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Wanted to ask, what is the best, because we're leading into your recipe. So I wanted to, what is the best Thanksgiving meal? First of all, let's just take the turkey out of the equation.
Right.
Like, what's the best part of the Thanksgiving meal?
Stuffing.
Is it?
Well, no. For me, it's my sweet potato souffle. I know you wouldn't like that.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
My stomach is growling so loud right now. I don't know if you can actually pick it up on this, but
probably
it's
not.
So loud. Yeah, for me, it's my sweet potato souffle. It's ridiculous. It's so good. I mean, I'm not tooting my own horn or anything,
I
but
mean, you
like,
kind of
it's
just
really
did.
good.
You're like,
I
look
had
at me, I'm awesome, and you guys
I'm
don't
just
have
saying
it.
people have asked me if they could buy it from me. So, like,
Should
that one
sell.
is good.
Should sell that shit.
I know I should. It's so good. Next would be stuffing, though.
Stuffing.
Yeah.
I mean, we do something unique for ours where we have meatballs with turkey and all our
No,
sides.
not in the stuffing. Like, we
No.
serve meatballs
Yeah,
as a
it's an
part of our
Italian
side
part of it, even though we're not Italian in
at
any way.
all.
But it was a local pork store back where we
Places are
from. They
so
made the
good.
best. Just got a text message flash in front of my screen that took me all out of whack.
Oh,
I'll share that
if
in a
you're
second.
ever in Clearwater, go to the pork store.
Yeah. And they made the best meatballs. So we got them one year as like a joke, and they were
Yeah.
so good, everybody loved it. We just started serving them as a side dish.
Yeah,
So,
exactly, because it's one less thing I have to cook too.
a text message just came across my screen as I was saying that, and it said, "Gerbil Wrangler my ass." I feel like he's missing the point of why we can't call him that.
Oh gosh, I didn't even put that together until just now.
So M. Maynard.
Oh,
I feel like the name fits. We might have to change it before the granddaddy.
Wait,
could you imagine if it's, hey, Jason Finley's playing the Gerbil Wrangler? It's so perfect.
Some, like, Robert Redford.
No, it wasn't Robert Redford.
Who was it?
Not Robert Redford.
It wasn't. Who was it, guys? Who was it? You know what I'm talking about.
I do. I'm waiting for you to get there.
You don't know. That's why you're not telling me.
Julia Roberts movie?
Yes, I know.
Yeah, Richard Gere.
Richard Gere. Damn it. I was close.
But no, it's all made up Hollywood shit.
Oh, whatever.
It wouldn't surprise me anything, but
that's true.
The world is crazy. Why don't you go ahead and give people your recipe?
Okay. I had to think about which button I was supposed to push. Okay. I am doing a Thanksgiving recipe. Well, holiday recipe, I'm gonna say. And it's an appetizer. It is so good. It's candy pecans. And I don't know if you guys have ever made your own candy pecans. I did not realize how easy they are to make, and they are addicting. I'm talking like you will eat half of them.
These ones are good.
Oh my God, they're so good. You will eat half of these before your guests even arrive. Like, it's seriously that good. So I'm going to put the recipe on the forum, and let me know if you like them, because I know that I'm actually going to, like, what? He's sitting here laughing at me.
You're so excited about these.
I'm so excited about these. I actually want to make like bunches of them and then like give them out as like holiday gifts. They're that good.
That's the person who gave you the toothbrush for
Halloween. Toothbrush? No. These are so good, you guys.
They are really good.
They're so good.
Right now we have a post drive going on the forum.
And your house is going to smell amazing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We're trying to get to 10 million by July.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I think it's going to happen.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. I like the optimism.
But I'm definitely an optimist.
Yeah. There's so many words to describe you, and optimist is definitely the top of that list. I feel like the audience
has very different takes on it. But we're going to up the ante on that and say that if we get there, a person's going to win a golden ticket for that too. So we're giving. Stop with your stomach.
I don't know how you guys can't hear it. It's so loud.
Nobody cares.
I care. Now I want these damn pecans.
The post drive golden ticket available.
Yes.
Tomorrow, Ian and Mike from Club Champion, formerly TXG. I don't know what like describing them as a whole. It's like the alphabet.
Yeah, I agree.
So Ian and Mike, formerly of TXG, now with Club Champion, are on our forum doing a live chat.
Yes.
If you were listening to this on live, Wednesday when we're doing it, tomorrow, Thursday at 11 a.m., they're going to be logging in to answer your questions. Get your questions in today, so they're first in the line to get answered, because those guys will once in a while get tied up and they won't be able to be on and things like that. So get your questions in today.
And for reference,
smart guys,
Thursday, November 16th.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thursday of November 16th, most likely around 11 a.m. Friday, awesome guest on Off Course is AT, Austin Tudor from Calorie Performance Gear.
Maybe. We have to put it.
So it was set in stone, but he's a little under the weather. If he's feeling better, stop with your stomach.
I can't.
If he's feeling better, he's going to do it. Otherwise, we'll find a suitable replacement. Probably not as suitable as Austin, but
no.
It'll most likely be me. So I'm sorry in advance.
You're knowledgeable.
Certain things.
And it'll be cheery and upbeat.
Maybe he could have the gerbil wrangler on.
Stop it.
Hamster wrangler. Hamster wrangler.
It'll be cheery and upbeat and very optimistic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Your check is in the mail.
Thank you.
We're off next week for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
When you come back, this is going to look different.
We hope. We really hope.
Yeah, we're pretty lazy, so maybe not.
Well, it's more of a, can we get through it without killing each other, or will one of us end up in a hotel?
So
we'll see.
I'm I'm in a hotel a lot, so I'm kind of used to
Good.
it.
So you can go to the hotel. I
Great.
prefer to stay here anyway. Decision made.
Wow.
Go on.
Don't forget, contests going on right now on Instagram.
Yes.
And we have
Contest,
so
post-drive.
much coming up. Jump in the forum thread, discuss this show. It'll be hitting the audio version. If you're listening to it now, it's already there, but it'll be hitting the audio version this afternoon as well. And for myself and Morgan, that's it, everybody. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Bye.